a row.
And silence behind sets, please. Good afternoon, audience. Blah, 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 blah. Cope.
I learn in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He was very nearby this, not 3 leagues off.
And I find here that he has bestowed much honor on a young Florentine named Claudio.
Much deserved is he, and well remembered by Don Pedro. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing in the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion.
Roar! I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none in the army of any sort.
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh. He's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
But I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars? But how many hath he killed? For indeed, I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much, but he'll be meet with you. I doubt it not.
He hath done good service in these wars, and a good soldier too.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtue.
It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. There is kind of a merry war betwixt her and Signor Benedict. They never meet, but that there's a skirmish away between them.
Well, alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went halting off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
I see the gentleman is not in your book, lady.
No, and he were, I would burn my study. But I pray you, who is his companion? Is there no young squire that will join him on a voyage to the devil?
He is most often in the company of the right noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord, God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him 1,000 pounds ere he be cured.
I will keep friends with you.
Do, good friend.
Don Pedro approaches.
Good Senor Leonardo, are you come to meet your trouble? It is the fashion of the world to avoid at all costs, but here you are to encounter it.
Never trouble came to my house in the form of your grace. For trouble being gone, comfort should remain. But when you depart from me, sorrow abides, and happiness takes his leave.
Well, you embrace your charge too willingly. But I believe this is your daughter?
No, her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, by no, for then you were but a child.
Well, you have the full of it, Benedict, for surely the lady doth father herself. Be happy, lady, for you are very like your noble father.
If Signor Leonardo be her father, she should not have her head on his shoulders, for all Messina as like her as she is.
I wonder you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What? Oh, my dear Lady Disdain. Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she have such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain that I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. I would I could find it in my heart to have not a hard heart, for truly I loved none.
Oh, dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, God keep your ladyship still in that mood, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parrot keeper.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue, and so great a continuer. Keep your ways in God's name. I'm done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Oh, Benedict, Claudio, Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him that we stayed but a month, but he prays heartily that some occasion will detain us longer.
If you swear, my lord, not be forsworn. And let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being resolved to your brother, the prince, I owe you all duty.
I am of few words. I thank you.
Please it your grace to lead on.
So, your hand, Leonardo. We go together.
Benedict, is thou not the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as a gentleman for my simple true judgment, or would you have me answer after my custom as a professed tyrant to their sex?
I pray thee speak in sober judgment.
Faith, methinks she's too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, and too little for great praise. Only this commendation can I afford her: that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome, and that she is no other but that she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Oh, yes, and a case to put it in.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I have seen.
I can see yet without spectacles, and yet I see no such matter. But there's her cousin, and she were not possessed of a fury, exceeds her in beauty as much as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intention to turn husband, have you?
I'd scarce deny myself, though I'd sworn to the contrary if Hero would be my wife.
Come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again?
What secret hath detained you that you have not followed on to Leonardo's?
Oh, I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
Well, by thy allegiance.
Oh, on my allegiance. Oh, Mark, on my allegiance. He is in love. With who? Oh, that is your grace's part. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonardo's short daughter.
Oh, well, if you are in love with Hero, cherish it, for the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, Lord.
I but speak my troth.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my 2 faiths and 2 troths, my lords, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
Oh, that she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how should she be loved, nor know how should she be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I shall die at it at the stake.
Oh, thou wast ever the obstinate heretic in despite of beauty.
That a woman bore me, I give thanks. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. But that I shall hang up my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me.
I will see thee, ere I die, look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or hunger, not with love, my lord.
Well, as they say, the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
Well, savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. And let me be vilely painted, and as I write in great letters, here is a good horse to ride, may you signify under my sign, here you may see Benedict, the married man.
Yeah.
Well, you will temporize with the hours. In the meantime, repair to Leonardo's and commend me to him, and tell him that I will not fail him at dinner, for he hath made great preparation.
I have almost matter in me for such an embassage, and so I leave you.
My liege, your highness now may do be good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it any hard lesson that will do thee good.
Hath Leonardo any son, my lord?
Oh, no child but Hero. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
My lord, before you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye, saying,
I liked her ere I went to wars.
Well, the lady is very well worthy. I will break with her and with her father, and she shall be thine.
How sweetly you do minister to love that no loves grief by its complexion.
I know that tonight we will have reveling. I will disguise myself and say that I am Claudio, and I will tell fair hero I will unclasp my heart in her bosom and tell her of my amorous tale. And in the end, she shall be thine. And then I will break with her father and win his will, and you shall be married. Come, let us put it into practice presently.
How now, sister?
I have heard some news that you had not yet dreamt of.
Are they good?
A man of mine overheard the prince and Claudio walking in mine orchard. And the prince confessed to Claudio that he loved your daughter and meant to break it to her this night in a dance. And if found her concordant, he would seek to break with you of it.
Hath the man any wit who tells you of this?
Good sharp fellow.
We shall keep it as a dream till it appear itself. But I will acquaint my daughter with all, such that she might be better prepared for an answer if peradventure this be true. Go you and avail her of it.
What the good, dear my lord? Why are you so out of measure sad?
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yes, but you must not make the full show of this until you may do so without control. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into his grace. Whence it shall be impossible for you to take true root, but by the fair weather you make for yourself.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. Though it cannot be said that I am a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but that I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog. Therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. Oh, if I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Oh, what news, Baracchio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato. And I can give you news of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? And what is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Married is on your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. Ooh, which way looks he?
Married is on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
Ooh, a very forward march chick.
I overheard it agreed upon that the prince, your brother, should woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure, but that young upstart has all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I will bless myself in every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Well, let's go to the banquet, and their cheer is the greater for my being subdued. Let us see what is to be done.
Was not Count John here at supper this evening?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He's of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Thou will never get a husband if thou continue to be so shrewd of thy tongue. In faith, she's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God's sending that way, for it is said that God sends a cursed cow short horns. But to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God sends you no horn?
For the which blessing, I am at God upon my knees every morning and evening.
Well, niece, I hope that you will be guided by your father.
Yes, in faith. It is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince doth solicit you in that kind, you know your answer. Oh, the revelers are entering, sister. Make good room.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly. I'm yours for the walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please,
Well, when please you to say so.
when I like your favor. For God defend the lute should be like the case.
Well, speak softly if you speak of love.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you must pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Oh, not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales? Well, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
Did he never make you laugh?
What, pray tell me, what is he?
He is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, and the commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. For he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I am sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. Oh. We must follow the leaders.
Oh, in every good thing.
Oh, nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at the next turning. Oh.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero and has withdrawn her father to break with him about it, and all the ladies that followed her, and one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Oh, the petulant slouching? Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well? I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is amorous on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection for her.
So did I too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Let us to the supper. No touchy the duchy.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all things save the offices and affairs of love.
Oh, Minari de Messina! Oh! Oh, Count Claudio!
Yea, the same.
Oh, come, go with me. The prince hath got your hero.
Oh, I wish him joy of her.
Oh, did you think the prince would have misused you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy who stole your meat, and you'll beat the post.
If it will not be, I will leave you.
Oh, alas, poor hurt fowl. Now will he creep into sedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me, and not know me. Princess fool. Well, it may be that I go under that sign because I am merry. It is not my disposition. It is the base disposition of Lady Beatrice that puts the world into her person and thus sets me out. Well, I'll be revenged on her if I may.
Oh, senor, where is the Count? Have you seen him?
I have seen him, my lord, though I found him melancholy. I told him true that I think your grace had got the goodwill of this young hero.
Line.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The gentleman who danced with her told her truly that you had done her wrong.
Oh, she misused me, past the endurance of a block. An oak with what one green leaf would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life to scold with her. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling chest upon me with such impossible conveyance that I stood there like a man and a mark and an entire army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. Come, talk not of her.
Oh, look, here she comes.
Will your grace commend me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand to the Antipodes that you divide to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the furthest inch of Asia, upbraiding the length of Prester John's foot. Do you any embassage anywhere, pluck you a hair from Duke Frederick of Holland's beard, rather than speak 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me?
None but to enjoy your good company.
Oh, God. Here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict, lady.
Indeed, my lord. He lended me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry once before he won it of me with false dice, therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
Oh, you put him down, lady. You put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Yes. How now, Count? Why for art thou sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad nor sick, nor merry nor well, but civil Count. Seville as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
Well, my lady, I think your blazon to be true, though if it be so, his conceit be false. Claudio, I have wooed for thee and won fair hero. I have brokered with her father and obtained his good will. Name the date, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the most perfect herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much, my lady, as you are mine, I am yours, I give away myself to you, and I dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let not him speak neither.
Surely you were born in a merry hour.
Oh, no. I do have
With
a
a merry heart.
Yes. I thank it, poor fool. It keeps to the windy side of care. Oh, my cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she does, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
Oh, I had rather have one of your father's begetting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Wouldst thou have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence would most offend me. For to be merry is surely the nature of your being. You were surely born in a merry hour.
Oh, no, sure, my lord. My mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Niece, would you look into those things I told you of?
Oh, I cry you mercy, uncle. By your grace's pardon?
By my troth, most pleasant-spirited lady.
Ah, there is very little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is hardly sad, but when she sleeps, and not even then, for my daughter hath told me, she hath many times dreamt of unhappiness, and then waked herself with laughing.
She cannot bear your tell of a husband.
No, no. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
My lord, my lord. They were but a week married. They would talk themselves mad.
Claudio, when mean you to go to the church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches to love have all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is but 3 days hence, and a little too soon, all for answering questions in my mind.
I warrant the time will not go by us dully, Claudio. For I mean to undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring the Lady Beatrice and Signor Benedict into a mountain of affection one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not that I will be able to accomplish it without your 3 assistances.
My lord, I am with you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord.
And you, fair hero?
I'll do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
Benedict is not the unhopefullest of husbands that I know. I will teach you how to humor your cousin so that she will fall in love with Benedict. And with your 2 helps, I will practice upon Benedict so much so that, despite his quick wit and queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid will no longer be an archer. We will be the only love gods. Come, let us go in and I will tell you of my drift.
It is so that Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yeah, my lord, but I can cross it.
Oh, any bar, any cross, any impediment shall be medicinal to me. I am sick with the displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
I believe I told your lordship in your sense how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can, in any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look out her mistress' chamber window.
And what life is in that brings the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince, your brother, and tell him he has wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio to a contaminated stale such as one hero.
And what proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonato.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how another is a fool when he dedicates his behavior to love, becomes the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known him when there was no music in him but the drum and the fife. Now he'd rather hear the tabor and the pipe. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose as an honest man and a soldier. Now he has turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet. So many strange dishes. Shall I be converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell, but I think not. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. But until all these graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none of her. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll not look on her. Wise, or humble, or come not near me. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair be whatever color it pleases God. Oh, the prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me.
See where Benedict hath hid himself.
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, Leonardo, tell me, what was it you spoke of today? That the Lady Beatrice is in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, I never did think that lady would have loved any man.
Nor I neither. But that she's so wonderful, she should so dote on Signor Benedict, who she seems in all outward behaviors to ever abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, I cannot tell what to make of it, my lord, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
Oh, I would have thought that the lady's spirit was invincible against all assaults of affection.
Oh, I would have thought it had, my lord, especially against Benedict.
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Oh, counterfeit. Oh, counterfeit, my lord. No, there was never counterfeit of passion so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What signs of passion does she show?
What, my lord? You heard my daughter tell you how.
Indeed she did. Indeed she did.
I should think this is a gull, but that Signor Leonardo speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide himself in such reverence.
Hath she made her affections known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment.
Indeed, she says, so your daughter says, shall I? She says, who have so often countered him with scorn, write him and tell him that I love him. And then down upon her knees she falls and weeps, sobs, beats her chest, plucks out her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict! Gods, give him patience!
She doth indeed, my lord. My daughter says so, and she is much afeard that she might do a great dishonor to herself.
Oh, never tell him, my lord. Let him wear it out, but with good counsel.
Oh no, she can't wear it out. That would be beyond the. She could never wear it out. She could.
And to what end? You would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
Oh, she is an excellent, sweet lady, and virtuous.
And she's very wise.
Well, in everything but loving Benedict.
I am sorry for her, and I have good cause, being her uncle.
I would that she had bestowed this dotage upon me. I would have foregone all other respects and made her half myself. I pray you, tell Benedict of her love, and see what he will say.
Oh, no. Never tell him, my lord. That would be her torment.
So your daughter says, Hero says, that she would die, if he make her love not known, and she would die ere she make her love known, and she would die if he woos her, rather than she would bate one breath of his accustomed crossness.
No, my lord, it is very true. Supper is ready. Would you walk?
Yes, let's go.
If he dote not on her upon this, I'll never trust my expectations.
Let the same net be cast for Beatrice, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry. We'll send her to fetch her men.
This can be no trick. Their conference was sadly born. They have the truth of it from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems their affections have their full bent. Love me. Well, it must be requited. Well, I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They also say that she would rather die than give any outward sign of affection. I must not seem proud. Happy are they who can hear the detractions and set them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis true, I can bear them witness. And that she is virtuous, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it. And that she is wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no argument to her wit, nor no great addition to her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. It is true that I may have some little quirks or remnants of wit broken on me for having railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? The man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these quips, sentences, and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I never thought I should live till I were married. Oh, here comes Lady Beatrice now. By this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love on her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure in the message, then?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, Signor. Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for these thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as easy as to say, any pains that you take for me is as easy as thanks. Oh, if I do not pity her, I am a villain. I will go get her picture.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Now begin.
Fear you're not my part of the dialogue.
No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and haggard and wild as daggers of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince, and my new-trothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it?
They did bid me to entreat her of it, but I persuaded them. They did bid me to entreat him of it, but I persuaded them, if they love Benedict so, to wish him wrestle with affection, and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you do so? Doth not the gentleman deserve such fine and fortunate a bed as Beatrice shall ever couch upon?
O God of love, I know he doth deserve as much may be yielded to a man. But nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn rise sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look upon, and her wit values itself so highly that all else matters seem weak. She cannot take project of love or affection. She is so self-endeared.
And yet, sure, I think so. She should, that Beatrice shouldn't know of it, lest she'll make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet met a man, how wise, how young, how noble, who should spell him happy.
Sure. Such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would laugh me out of myself, who she would press me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in size, waste inwardly.
Yet tell her of it. See what she shall say.
No, rather, I will go to Benedict, and I will counsel him to fight against his passions.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be without so much true judgment as to refuse such fine a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy.
Accepting.
Always accepting, my dear Claudio.
I pray you, be not angry with me, madam. Speaking my fancy, Signor Benedict, for shape, for form, for argument, and valor, goes foremost throughout Italy.
He has an excellent good name.
His Excellence had it, had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in with me, and I will show thee some attires which best to furnish me.
She's liked, madam. I think we've caught her.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some cupids kill with arrows,
Some with traps. What fire is in mine ears? And I condemn for pride and scorn so much. Contempt, farewell, and maiden pride adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
I do stay but till your marriage be consummate, then I go towards Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe them.
Nay, that would be such a soil on the gloss of your new marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. No, I will only be bold with Benedict, for he is from the top of his crown to the sole of his foot, all mirth.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
Gold Senior, walk aside with me. I have studied 8 or 9 words to speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
Oh, to break with him about Beatrice.
Hero and Ursula, not by this, done their parts for Lady Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good den, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private.
If it please you, though the Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
Why? What is the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
Well, you know that he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
If there be some impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I will now manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart has helped effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What is the matter?
I come here to tell you the lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero.
Even she. Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you a worse title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her bedchamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would best fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so.
I will not think it.
If you trust not that you see, confess not that you know. But if you will follow me, you shall see enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I see the thing tonight, well, I should not marry in the church, in the congregation where I should wed, then there I will shame her.
And, as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will stand with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no more till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Smuggy McSmuggerson.
Yes.
Are you a good man and true?
Or I, he will suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for him if he should have any allegiance in him, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, tell him his charge, neighbor Dogberry.
This is your charge. You are to comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
And how if they will not stand?
Why then, take no note of him, but let him go, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when bid, then he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and you are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. Well, you are to go at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
And how if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why, the more your honesty.
Line.
If I know him to be a thief.
If I know him to be a thief, shall I not lay hand upon him?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think those that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let himself show what he is and steal out of your company. Well, Watcher, good night. And there be any matter of way chances, call at me. Come, neighbor.
Well, I'll sit here upon the church bench till 2, and then to bed.
One word more, honest neighbor. I pray you watch about Signor Leonato's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great quell tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad!
Peace, stir not.
Conrad, I say!
Here, man. I am at thy elbow.
Some treachery,
Now
Master
forward,
Ship. Stand
David.
close.
But know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
What? Could any villainy be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones will make what price they will.
I know that villain. He's been a vile thief these 7 years. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I know his name.
But therefore know that tonight I have wooed Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero. She leans me out her mistress' window, begs me 1,000 times good night. I must tell poorly, I should first tell thee how the prince and Claudio, planted, placed, and possessed by our master Don John, saw far up in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought named Margaret was Hero?
Well, 2 of them did, the prince and Claudio, but the devil, our master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oath, which first possessed them, and partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander Don John had made. Away went Claudio, enraged, and swore he would meet her as is appointed, and there in front of the whole congregation, shame her and send her home without a husband.
Hold! I charge you in the prince's name, stand. Master Constable! Here we have as dangerous a piece of lechery as was ever known in the Commonwealth.
The master is master.
Silence. Never speak. Obey you to come with us.
Come. We'll obey.
Come. What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Marry, sir, tonight's watch, excepting yourself, has captured a couple as errant and knaves as any in Messina.
One word, sir. Our watch, sir, have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it to me, for you see I am in great haste, as it might appear to you.
It shall be suffigance.
Here, have some wine before you go. Fare you well.
My lord, they wait for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I will attend them presently. I'm ready.
Go, good partner. Go get you to the sexton. Bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the jail. We are now to examination these men.
But we must do it wisely.
We will spare no wit, I warrant you. Only get the learned writer to set down our excommunication. And meet me at the jail.
Marriage. You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
Fire stand thee by. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely as God did give her to me.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo. Take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Would you not swear, all that can see her, that she were by these exterior shows a maid, but she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married. Not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Oh, my good lord. If you have made defeat of her virginity, then you will have to.
I know what you would say. That if she had known me, she would have embraced me as a husband, and therefore extenuate the forehand sin. But no, Leonardo, I never tempted her with words too large. But as a brother to a sister, showed her bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
You seemed as Diane in her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown, but you are as intemperate in your blood as Venus, or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord so well that he does speak so wide?
Good prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? That I stand here dishonored to have gone about to link my good friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Sir, they are spoken, and these things are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
Leonardo, let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have in her, I bid her answer truly.
I bid thee do so, as thou art my child.
What man spoke with you yesternight outside your window, betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you are a maid, answer me this.
I spoke with no lord, my man. No man, my lord.
Well, then you are no maid. Leonardo, I am sorry you must hear. But myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her, at that hour last night converse with a ruffian at her window, who hath, like a most liberal villain, confessed to the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, fie, they must not be spoken of, my lord. Must not be uttered. There is not language, there's not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
Oh, hero. What a hero wouldst thou been if just half thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of the heart. Fare thee well, most foul, most fair. Farewell, thou pure impiety, thou impious purity.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Come, brother, let us go. These things come thus to light. Smother her spirit up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle. Hero. Uncle. Benedict.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Does not every living thing cry foulness upon her name? Can she here deny the truth that is written in her blood? Great I, had I but one child. Why had I one? Why wast thou ever so lovely in mine eyes?
Sir, be patient. I myself am attired in wonder and know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this past 12 months been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Confirmed. With the princess. And Claudio lied. Would Claudio lie? So let her be. Let her die!
Hear me a while. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face. 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes. And in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool if she be not guiltless here against some biting error. Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
I know that to accuse me I know none. If I know more than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. My father, prove you that any man with me spoke with at hours unmeet, or spoke with anyone, refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There must be some strange misunderstanding in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdom be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John, the bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villains.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. But if they wrong her honor, the very least of them shall hear of it.
Pause a while. Let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princes have left for dead. Let her be kept a while secretly inside.
What will that do?
When Claudio learns that she died on his word, the idea of her life shall sweetly grow in the study of his imagination. And every organ of her precious life shall come apparelled in more precious habit than when she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn and wish he had not accused her so. No, though he thought his accusation true.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you in this.
Being that I flow in grief, the slightest trying might lead me.
Come, lady. Die to live. Perhaps this wedding day is but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason I do it freely.
Surely I do believe that your cousin is blind.
Oh, how much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
Oh, a very even way, but no such friend.
Might a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. Is that not strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing in the world so well as you, yet believe me not. And yet I lie not. I admit nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that swears I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
Oh, but with no sauce that can be devised to it, I protest I love thee.
Why then, God forgive me.
Oh, what offense, sweet Beatrice.
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Well, then do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Fare you well.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you.
Beatrice!
I tell you, let me go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is it not approved in the height of villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh, God, that I were a man! I would eat his heart in the marketplace!
Hear me, Beatrice!
Talk with a man out at a window, a proper saying. Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
Princes and counties, surely a princely testimony, a goodly count. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had any friend who would be a man for my sake. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, Beatrice. By this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you, in your heart, that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
As sure as I have a thought or a heart.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio will render me a dear account. As you love me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say that she is dead. And so, farewell.
Is our whole assembly appeared?
Which be the malefactors?
Yea, marry, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Baracchio.
Pray write down Baracchio. And yours? Sirrah.
I am a gentleman. My name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, it is proved already you are little better than false knaves, and it will go near to be thought so shortly. How answer you for yourselves?
Sir, I say to you, we are not.
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yea, marry, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Watcher, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, Sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. What, this is flat perjury to call prince's brother villain.
Masters.
What heard you him say else?
That he'd received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio, upon his words, was to denounce Hero in front of the whole assembly and not marry her.
What else?
This is all.
And this is more than you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Lady Hero was in this manner accused, in this manner refused, and on the grief of this, suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and taken to Leonato's. I will go before and show him their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Off, coxcomb.
God's my life, where's the sexton? Let him write down the prince's officer coxcomb. Come, bind them. Thou naughty varlet.
Away. You are an ass. You are an ass.
God's my life, where's the sexton? Oh, he were here to write me down an ass. But, masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, forget not that I am an ass. I'll have you know that I am a wise fellow, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more
as pretty a piece of flesh as any in Messina.
Bring him away. Oh, that I had been writ down an ass.
Continue thus, you will kill yourself.
I pray thee, cease thy counsel, which falls as profitless on my ears as water in a sieve. Give me a father who so loved his child, whose joy of her was so overwhelmed like mine, and of him I will gather patience. But I pray thee, peace.
Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself. Let those who do offend you suffer too.
There, you speak sense. I will do so. My heart doth tell me that hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and the prince, and all of those that thus dishonor her.
here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good den.
Good day to both of you.
Good morrow, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonardo.
Some haste, my lords. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he could right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Thou wrongs him, thou dissembler, thou!
I say, thou hast killed my innocent child. Thy treachery has gone through her heart, and she lies buried with her ancestors. In a tomb where never scandal slept, say this of yours, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy.
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Thou say not right, old man.
Oh, my lord. I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Enough. I'll not have to do with you.
Canst thou so toy with me? Thou hast killed my child, and if thou art kill me, boy, thou might kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, for I am more man than he. God knows I loved my niece, and she's dead. Slandered to death by villains. that answer no more to a man indeed than I do take a serpent by the tongue. Me? Braggart? Jack? Milksop? Lily-livered boy!
Hold! Both of you!
We will not wait your patience.
My lord. My lord!
Leonardo, I am sorry for your daughter, but she was charged with nothing but what was true and full of proof.
Come, sister, away. I will be heard.
And shall. Some of us will smart for it.
Oh, look, there's the man we seek.
Good day, senor. What news?
Good day, my lord.
You're come just in time to nearly part a fray.
We have liked to have had our two noses snapped off for two bothersome siblings.
I came to seek you both.
We've been up and down to seek thee, for we are high proof melancholy, and we would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
By this light, I think he does change. I think he'd be angry indeed.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
Well, God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain! I just noted. I will make it good. How you dare, with what you dare, when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Let me hear from you. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. However, I must discontinue your company.
Why for?
Your brother the bastard has fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent girl. As for Lord Lackwit there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with you.
I think he does mean to challenge you.
Oh, in most profound earnest, and I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
But stop, did he not say that my brother was fled?
Most sincerely.
And the constabulary with two of my brother's men, Baracchio won. What sin have these men committed?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they are unjust knaves.
This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What have you done? What offense?
Sweet prince, look nowhere beyond my answer. Do you hear me and let this count tell me? Your wisdoms could not discover what these shallow fools have brought to light, who in the night overheard me confessing to this man how Don John had incensed me to slander Lady Hero, who brought you to the orchard to wash me, seduce Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman. My villainy they have upon record, which I would rather seal to my death than keep to my shame. The lady is dead because of mine and my fat master's false accusations.
Runs this speech not like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison while they uttered it.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By this time our sexton hath reformed Senior Leonato of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass.
Look, here comes Senor Master Leonato and his sister.
Which is the villain? Which of these is he? Let me see his face so that if I may meet another one like him, I may avoid him. Which is he?
Okay, look no farther than to my face.
Art thou the slave that with thine own tongue hath killed mine innocent child?
Yea, and I alone.
No, not so, villain. Here stand a pair of honorable men, and a third that had a hand in it has fled.
I thank you, princess, for my daughter's death. Record it with your high and noble deeds. 'Twas bravely done. When you think of it.
My lord, I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose upon me whatever invention your penance can lay upon my will, but sinned I not, but in mistaking.
Nor I. But I would bend to any challenge that thou would place upon me to satisfy this good old man.
Cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both, tell the people here in Messina how bravely and innocently she died. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house. And since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My sister hath a daughter who is the very copy of mine own that's dead. And she alone is the heir to both of us. Give you the honor to her that you should have given my daughter. And so dies my revenge.
I do embrace your offer, and for henceforth dispose of poor Claudio forever.
Till tomorrow morning, then. Tonight, I take my leave.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in his punishment.
I thank you for your pains, and I relieve you of your prisoner.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverent youth, and I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains. I thank thee. Go.
I leave an errant knave with your worship, which I beseech your worship to examine yourself for the benefit of others. Come, neighbor.
Till tomorrow, then, my lords.
We will not fail.
Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
Mistress Ursula, deserve well at my hand by calling Lady Beatrice to me. Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, but stay till then.
Then is spoken. Fare you well now. And yet here I go. Let me go with that which I came for, which is with knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Oh, thou hast frightened the word almost out of its right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But tell me, for which of my bad parts did you first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Oh, suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Oh, we are too wise to woo peaceably. And now, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend.
Take your hat off, Jesus.
Madam! You must come to your uncle. There's great turmoil at home. It's proved the lady hero has been falsely accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and John, the author of it all. Will you come presently?
Oh, will you go hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in those eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
So, and it turned out that the prince and Claudio were only informed by the air which you heard debated.
Well, I am glad that it's all turned out so well.
And I too, being else by faith enforced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it.
Ladies, retreat into the chamber until it is time for me to bid you forward. Come then, veiled. And the prince and Claudio, they promise by this hour to have come visit me. You know your part, sister. You must be the mother to your brother's daughter.
Which I shall do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
Well, to bind me. Or undo me, one of them. Good Signor Leonato, truth it is, good Signor, that your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
That I, my daughter, gave her, 'tis indeed true.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
Oh, well, you have my blessing, my lord.
And my help.
My will is that your good will should stand with us in this hour to be in the state of holy marriage, which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
And you shall have it. Ah, here come the prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, my lords. I bid you welcome. Come you this day to promise yourself to my sister's daughter?
I'll hold my mind. Yea.
Very well. Call them forth.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you to her.
Well, then she is mine. Sweet. Let me look at your face.
No, that you shall not, until before this friar you have sworn to marry her.
Well, give me your hand before this holy friar. And if thou likest of me, I am your husband.
When I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were your husband. But I do live, and as I live, I am a maid.
Another hero!
The hero who was dead.
She died, my lord, but only while her slander lived.
All this amazement can I qualify? When, after the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of the fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar, and let us presently to the chapel.
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Well, then your uncle and Count Claudio and the prince were deceived. They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
Oh, 'tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No, truly. But in friendly recompense.
I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a letter written in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain fashioned to Beatrice.
And I have a note, written in my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, proclaiming her love for Signor Benedict.
Oh, a miracle. Here's our hands against our own hearts. Come, I will have thee, though in this life I take thee for pity.
I would not deny thee, but upon this good day I yield under great persuasion, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace! I will stop your mouth. I tell thee what, Prince, a college of witcrackers could not flout me out of my humor. In brief, since I do intend to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it, and therefore never flout at me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and that is my conclusion.
My lord, your brother John has been taken in flight, and has just now been returned to the scene of my armed men.
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise brave punishments for him. Strike up music. Let us dance ere we are married, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We will have dancing afterwards.
First, upon my word, play music. Oh, Prince, you are sad. Get thee a wife. Get thee a wife.
Huzzah!
Yay!
Thank you.
What have we done?
136. Brilliant. Brilliant.
We'll pick it up. We'll pick it up.
Understood, but that is excellent for what we were looking at because we knew 5 acts. Come on. 5 acts, 136. Good. And in fact, it works for that we have 2.5, 3 acts.
It's 15 minutes longer than the first week.
Well, yeah, and we usually try for the 115.
Yeah.
So 15 minutes extra. That's good.
That's, you know, with action.
Yeah, we've done an hour and a half before. So
Yeah. Dear audience, how do you like it?
We like it fine.
You know, as you like, it's a different show.
That is true too.
Madam, change in notes.
Pardon?
Change and then notes.
Change in the notes, yes, please.
Thank you.
And I'll need your tablet.
But I got you back out of there. Yeah, but you know, payment. I guess you're a poor villain now.
I'm a poor villain. Since you stole my 1,000 ducats.
Stole?
1,000
quatlus.
Proper services.
Hey.
Hey, delivering everything promised.